All right. This place is finally looking like a home. Oldstone is great. Oddly enough, I've never had a butler. I've traveled all around the world. Never imagined I'd end up in DC, though. A few thousand years ago, three great kings got together, decided to rule the world, and made a pact. They called themselves Kataru, which kind of translates as alliance. Illuminati, Freemasons, enthusiastic amateurs in comparison. Legends say they acquired a magical artifact of some kind, if you believe in that sort of thing. And somehow, they seem to be behind all this. You have to wonder which world leaders these Kataru may have influence over. There was a regent in the late 19th century named Lindenhurst, a close friend of my grandfather who was entrusted with all his secrets. Lindenhurst was murdered, probably by another regent, but not before hiding the medallion. Can I offer you a glass of wine? Something finer? I'm from Long Island, you know. Grew up in a nice place by the sea. Bane first mentioned looking for a secret object of some kind on a job we did back in the 90s. Either he already knew my grandfather was involved way back then, or us meeting was the mother of all coincidences. Unless you believe in fate. Or aliens.
It
You
must
know,
get rather
it could be
stifling
aliens.
under those masks in summer. Early to rise and early to bed.
I was resigned to work alone for life.
Dead.
But joining this gang is the best thing I ever did. Have you ever robbed the tomb of a pharaoh? I did,
There
once.
is no exception
It was a
to
little
the rule
spooky
that
with the curse
every
and all, but
rule has an
very
exception.
profitable. Hey, don't touch those, they're expensive. I have yet to find a decent plate of chicken vindaloo in all of DC. Any ideas where I might go to get one? I think this Baldwin character was one of those Watcher fellows Bane was talking about. My notes are full of references to them. Cagliostro might have been one too, considering how much of this he documented in his writings. After Baldwin disappeared, it appears as though the pact began to crumble, and a power struggle began within the Kataru. Fearing the end of civilization, they decided to rid themselves of the artifact. My theory is that the Watchers were kind of squire or officer of the court. Have to admit, Locke is doing a man's job under the circumstances. At first I thought Bane was nuts bringing him into this. I mean, he doesn't give you the most stable first impression, does he? But I suppose that's just his way. This Baldwin fellow turned up again in connection with the burning of the White House in 1814. I'm not certain, but it appears as if he might have tried to abscond with the artifact, and was somehow brought to grief for his disloyalty. Bane was a swell fellow all round. May his soul find Aztec gold wherever it may wander. So many talented delinquents under one roof. It's like a living work of mischievous art. I like books. I like art. I'm a collector. I've been trying to open up the case we recovered from Garrett. No luck yet. There's so much treasure just lying around. Things that no one knows about. I've acquired a lot of it myself. Oh, I might need to get stronger glasses. Unraveling cryptic text is tough on the old peepers. While researching the medallion, I found several references to Benjamin Franklin. Intriguing. I love colossal sculptures, but they're really hard to steal, so I don't have a lot of them. Maybe we should send the commissioner some flowers. Looking back, the elephant's dealings with Bane were a bit strange. I can't help but wonder if some ulterior motive would have been revealed had Bane not been taken from us. Maybe we could have warned him about Garrett. This Baldwin fellow turned up again in connection with the burning of the White House in 1814. I'm not certain, but it appears as if he might have tried to abscond with the artifact, and was somehow brought to grief for his disloyalty. When my father passed, I inherited all of my grandfather's notes and research. Wasn't long after that I came into contact with Bane. Maybe we should send the commissioner some flowers. Have you ever robbed the tomb of a pharaoh? I did, once. It was a little spooky with the curse and all, but very profitable. I've traveled all around the world. Never imagined I'd end up in DC, though.